Coldwell Banker's the best. It's always been the best for many, many reasons.
Coldwell Banker differentiates itself from the other brokers in the area by a number of means. Number one, our business model. For new agents, we do not have desk fees. We do not have transaction fees. Our model is basically a no-cost or low-cost model.
We have 8 offices and this corporate office, which we're in right now.
The place I was before, you didn't have the support as far as with the managers and the team concept that you do here.
We needed to jumpstart our real estate career, and Coldwell Banker Heritage Realtors seemed to be the best place to do it.
There are a lot of real estate companies out there where you can go and interview and it really doesn't matter what your credentials are or what you have accomplished, they'll take you on, but then they're not necessarily going to encourage you or help you along the way. I think that's the Coldwell Banker Heritage difference.
There's a significant difference when I tell people I work for Coldwell Banker Heritage. The name recognition is astounding and people are impressed. And that's a nice place to be. It really is. I mean, you're kind of a step ahead just saying who you work for, who you represent.
Coldwell Banker is known throughout the country and throughout the world as being the market leader, and its name is synonymous with quality and integrity and has been for over 100 years.
%, roughly, of today's home sales start on the internet, and we have the largest internet presence of any of the other agencies.
The video presentation that we have offered, the high definition, it's just cutting edge, and to be able to have a buyer or a seller look at the product that we have is usually the hook for them coming on board with myself at Coldwell Banker.
The website is so easy to navigate around that typically the buyer's going to find a house and close it themselves.
Anytime I've contacted IT, I've had a response within minutes.
They have on-site staff members that not only deal with our websites, help us design them, help us change them when necessary, but they are in our offices on a very regular basis asking us what they can do to help us with software that may need to be installed on our computers, getting new systems up and running, and showing us how to do things that we might not necessarily know how to do.
What I found too was that Coldwell Banker agents, people in my office, wanted me to succeed as much as I wanted to succeed, because they knew that success breeds success.
My attitude, and I think the attitude of the company, is the more one person sells, the more everyone sells. This is not a cutthroat environment at all.
The difference between Coldwell Banker Heritage Realtors and where I was at before was definitely the support that you have through mentoring. When I first walked into the office in Huber Heights, I had 3 top sales agents come to me and let me know that if there was anything that they could do. They gave me their phone numbers, their email addresses. They gave me the opportunity to work some of their open houses that they had because they had so many listings.
And I think that that makes all the difference, because if you have got someone who has your back on a regular basis, then you will be able to accomplish anything, regardless of how much is on your plate.
The training offered at Coldwell Banker Heritage is free of charge to the agents and is offered on a continuous basis.
There's 2 different paths. There's a path for experienced agents and there's a path for brand newly licensed agents.
And the nice thing about it is we have the techniques and the tools that you could come in as a new agent, and yet you could spar with somebody that's been in the business for 45 years.
30 days after I began working with Coldwell Banker Heritage, I was invigorated by the amount of training that I was undertaking at the corporate office.
My 30 days with Coldwell Banker, I had already had a listing and I had already had 1 house in contract.
Our business started picking up. We felt excited again about real estate.
Revitalized. Last year we had our best year ever in real estate.
By the 90th day, I had already done a few deals.
I was starting my first transaction, and I felt confident going into that transaction that I had been equipped with the tools that I needed to work with the buyer and get it to the closing table.
Wow, day 90, I'd already had probably 3 closings, 3 listings.
Our business increased 90 days later, even more so than it had the first of the year.
So come work for us, and I promise you, the first thing you're going to say is the biggest thing I hear all the time. I wish I would have come here sooner.